Thank you for logging on to the weekly download for the week of Monday, October 11th through Friday the 15th. Hello, I'm Mr. Andrews.
And I'm Mr. Cotterman.
And here's what's happening on our team this week.
Hello, Colorado and Paulville families. It's awesome to go ahead and be able to talk to you again and send you our weekly download. I hope that you are having an excellent weekend. You're doing a bunch of awesome, amazing activities. I get to hear every single morning some of the things that you are doing with your children throughout the week and some of the experiences they're having. And it's really awesome to hear all the things they're involved with and the exciting things that they get to participate in. This week, we're going to be going ahead and starting with the interims, which sound like a big scary thing, but they're really just a way for us to have more information and data on what your child's strengths are and what their weaknesses are and how we can fill those gaps to best serve your children. So we're going to go ahead and use that information, and we can update you and let you know what is gathered from those assessments. But remember, if we do share with you, they are not used as a grade, and the percentage that we get from them is not something that is going to be able to correlate to a regular grade. So if your child gets an 80 on a regular math assessment, that's way different than if they get a 80 on an interim assessment. An interim assessment, right around that 50%, is considered to be thought of as doing well or having a 3 on an EOG. It's considered grade level. So it's a totally different scale. After we get the information, if you'd like to know, you may certainly reach out with an email, and Mr. Andrews and I will definitely give you details and information on the specifics of what happened with the interim assessment. Just give us some time to be able to get that together for you. This week in math, we're going to be working on multiplying decimals and multiplying to get conversions with different units. And as always, you can check out my Canvas page for more information and details. And if you need me at all, let me know through Remind or by sending me an email. I appreciate everybody a lot. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna let Mr. Andrews close this one out. Talk to everybody later.
Hello, fifth grade parents and students. This week in ELA, we're going to be taking the reading interim assessment on Tuesday. Now, this is different from the NWEA that we took this past Friday, and the fact that this interim is going to be assessing all the skills that we've been practicing so far this year. So we're going to be able to show exactly what we know and the things that we need to work a little bit more on maybe. So this data is used to help me know where we are currently with what's been taught. So come in, do your absolute best on both the math Monday and certainly on the ELA on Tuesday. We're going to continue reading our core novel and hopefully getting closer to finishing it, our novel, The Rescue, from the series of The Dog Whisperer. And we're also going to be writing our own narratives. Now, we're going to begin the pre-writing and drafting stages of our persuasion writing this week. In social studies, we've established political parties in both Colorado and Paulville United. This is going to lead us into learning about the election procedure in the United States and how it's handled, and in our classroom countries as well. We're going to model ourselves after the United States as far as the procedure of how we set up for a primary election and for a general election, which will be held the first Tuesday in the month of November.
Where is Mr. Andrews? He's in the U.S. He's at a capital. Oh, which one will we learn about this week?
So where in the United States will I be this week? Well, I'll give you some clues in a moment so you can start figuring it out. But first of all, congratulations to all of the students who knew that I was describing Columbia, South Carolina. Yes. And thank you for also putting on your answer sheet which clue you felt like gave it away for you. It's always fun to know which one finally tipped it all over. Well, here are the clues for this particular state. It starts with a selfie with the state capital. This state was the first to ratify the United States Constitution on December 7th, 1787. And because of this action, it became the first state in the Union and is therefore awarded the first position in such national events as the presidential inauguration. They get the first seats. This state has the second longest twin-span suspension bridge in the world. It connects it with the neighboring state to its north. This state is the only one in the United States without any national parks. One reason it doesn't have a national park located within its borders might be because it's 45th in population and 49th out of 50 in size. At its widest point, it's only 35 miles across. Guilford County is nearly as wide as this state is. Thomas Garrett lost his entire fortune in his battle against slavery. He was sued by a Maryland slave owner and fined for aiding a black family in his fight. Over his lifetime, Garrett reportedly helped more than 2,000 fugitive slaves move from this state to safety. It was an important stop on the Underground Railroad. Horseshoe crabs may be viewed in incredibly large numbers up and down this state's shoreline in the month of May. The crabs endure extreme temperatures and salinity. They can also go for a year without eating and have remained basically the same since the days of the dinosaur. So those are the clues for this week's state. Remember, we need to have the state's name, the capital city, and mom and dad also need to sign your bonus answer sheet. That lets me know, hopefully, that they also watched the weekly download. Good luck.
Where is Mr. Andrews? He's in the U.S. He's at a capital. Which one will we learn about this week?
Let's all have a great week together.